the animosity towards the expression of your religious belief in the university is so severe, let's say in our case, and I'm sure right across the country, that if they were to actually deal with this case and give you justice, the consequences would be enormous. It was a ban banning us from participation in all student societies at the university. And that's at the core of this case. But prior to that, we were committee members of the Christian Union and Life Society. And in the months prior to that, we would express our religious beliefs at the university in terms of posters on primarily same-sex marriage and abortion, these posters at the heart of the case.
So the key point is that we allege that our religious beliefs and the manifestation of them were a motivation for this ban.
And so was the religious discrimination, in your view, alleged because they refused to deal with your complaints that surrounded your Christian views?
It was that. It was a couple of other things. It was when you look at the disproportionate nature of the sanction. I mean, it was utterly disproportionate. First time used in the history of the university.
As well, compared with a comparator, let's say, if you had another student who didn't have the same religious belief, how they would deal with him in the same situations.
Yeah. So we got a letter just a couple of days ago notifying us that the lifetime ban had been lifted. I mean, it was extraordinary. I mean, you're talking about 4.5 years.
Yeah, and just to say now, the lifetime ban was lifted, they said, and there'd be no order as to costs, but without any acknowledgement of wrongdoing on the part of the university.
And we said, the offer is not accepted. We're going ahead with the case.
Yeah.
So we hand up our 57-page submission. And she says then she's only read the first 2 pages of it. Yeah. By the time we get to the court.
And she said that in full view of the whole court?
She said that in full view. I mean,
And
even if you just take that, it's extraordinary. She wouldn't even allow us then to explain the bare outline of how we wish to proceed over the next 3 days.
Yeah. This is you get into the court, a very substantial religious discrimination case which has affected you deeply. And this is the attitude of, it's supposed to be the finder of facts.
Most importantly then, the counsel for NUIG Galway stood up and said, I just want to inform you, Judge, that we've lifted the lifetime ban. Okay? And then in response to that, the judge began to question whether the hearing then was moot.
And
what that means is...
Did you respond to the judge straight away when she said that?
We did. We objected straight away because we knew, I suppose, from what the legal meaning of moot means. And what it means is, it means that a controversy no longer exists. It means that a court cannot grant any effectual relief or render an opinion affecting the matter. It means there's nothing more to be said, nothing more for the judge to do. We had no option but to ask her to recuse herself.
And her response?
She won't. She said she wouldn't. So she spent the whole day saying she wouldn't recuse herself, and then at the end of the day, she said that this is the formal outcome, that there's a stay on the proceedings pending the outcome of our recusal application.
Mm-hmm.
And your application will be made with that judge or with another higher judge?
Well, our application is already made. That's our position at the moment.
To that judge?
To that judge.
Yeah.
So the ball is in her court, and we're asking her to recuse herself.
And if she doesn't?
Well, that remains to be seen. And to be honest, the proceedings are in limbo, I suppose, awaiting her decision on this.
Mm-hmm.